On August 2nd, Kathy Griffin announced that she'd been diagnosed with lung cancer and would be undergoing major surgery. She wrote in a text image shared on her social media accounts, "I've got to tell you guys something. I have cancer. I'm about to go into surgery to have half of my left lung removed. Yes, I have lung cancer even though I've never smoked. The doctors are very optimistic as it is stage 1 and contained to my left lung. Hopefully no chemo or radiation after this, and I should have normal function with my breathing. I should be up and running around as usual in a month or less." The ladies of The View discussed Griffin's news, and Meghan McCain began her portion of the commentary by showing a small bit of empathy for Griffin. "I just want to say it's terrible and very scary to be diagnosed with cancer. It's very tragic to hear of her having an opioid addiction. Both things have hit my family very hard, and it's just horrific to go through as someone who's a bystander, let alone going through it yourself." She continued before airing her grievances against Griffin. "My heart goes out to her in that way, and I hope for a very speedy recovery." McCain then shifted and brought up the controversial Griffin photo featuring what appeared to be the head of then-President Donald Trump that led to backlash against her, which some have defined as cancel culture. 3/4 of the View crew agreed Griffin was canceled. One didn't. McCain said, "It's so graphic that we can't actually show it on the show. I just wonder if this show would have the same reaction if a conservative host or conservative comedian had held up a head of Vice President Harris, President Obama, President Biden." Meghan McCain proceeded to bring up comments Kathy Griffin made about Clay Aiken over a decade ago. Before Aiken announced he was gay, Griffin would refer to him as Gaykin in her stand-up act. McCain recalled, "My issue with Kathy Griffin is, I'm gonna name drop, Clay Aiken is one of my closest friends in the entire world. She made very, very, very cruel and homophobic jokes about him before he was out of the closet. I think he's lucky he didn't become an opioid addict, given the degree of bullying that happened to him when he was still struggling to come out of the closet." McCain also called for an apology to Aiken.
"I would love to hear an apology if she's doing this kind of soul searching for, what could have happened with my good friend. So I don't like her. I'm never going to like her for all the jokes she made about Clay."
Viewers reacted strongly online to McCain's comments. One viewer tweeted, "Seriously, Meghan McCain, we really didn't need a full-blown explanation of why you don't like Kathy Griffin. A simple, 'I wish her well' would be sufficient. This kind of stuff is why you won't be missed on The View." Another viewer tweeted, "Why are you like this, Meghan McCain? Kathy is having part of her lung removed today due to stage 1 lung cancer. And this is what you say? How about either wish Kathy Griffin well or don't say anything at all? Have you no decency at all? Never mind, I know the answer. You have none." If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration's 24/7 National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357.